Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, July 15th, 2021. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, we have a narrow 3 to 4 day range that's developing. Over the last 3 days, we've had very narrow price action here. Again, we have Fed Chair Powell testifying here today. This morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, he'll be beginning testimony for day 2. We have a rounded top developing in the intraday 60-minute time frame here, very narrow 4-day range developing. That could lead to a breakout move pretty soon here. On a 4-day basis, we could be looking at a move between 90 and 100 points of range over the next 3 to 4 days when we start to see some movement. Given the overall trend here, if we were to see one big down day down like this day here, or perhaps a multiple day move down, that could provide an opportunity to pick it back up and ride it back to new highs. So we got to see how far, if at all, do we pull back. The low of the day is currently the 8-period pivot-based EMA. That is the low. It has been bid most of the time during this uptrending market. But if we do fail to hold, say 43.40, that will open up some downside here back toward 4,300, perhaps even lower. And again, that could provide an opportunity to buy the dip for a continuation higher. Again, watching for a move, a breakout from this 3 to 4 day range of about 90 to 100 points here pretty soon. If it's to the downside, we could see it stretch down followed by a slingshot back up. So that's something we'll be looking for. If we take a look at the NQ here, you'll see the NQ also has a 3 to 4 day range that is developed. An inside day developing here today. Down here you can see 62% of average range. Compression phase with about 400 points of potential movement here for the NQ just on a multiple day basis. So if we were to see a breakdown here, we could be looking at a move that takes us down toward 14.6 and perhaps back higher toward 15K and beyond. Again, this market has been very bullish. You can see the 8-period average here comes into play at 14.8, and so far this thing has been very, very bullish, unidirectional trending market ever since we started to see the breakout here before. And again, all these pullbacks continue to be buying opportunities until proven otherwise. So we got to break market structure in order to really fail here. 14.5 could be a major level of violation. We could drop as deep as that and still be an opportunity to buy it for a continuation down the road. So right now, if we were to break to the downside of this narrow range, we could be looking for the reversal for a continuation to the upside. If we take a look now at crude oil, crude oil has seen a bit of selling pressure from the highs of yesterday's trading. We are currently below the previous session's lows. That could provide an opportunity to trap here. If they can reject the previous session's lows, there can be a bounce back to the previous session's midpoint. It's about 73.86, previous 73.82. So if there's a rejection here of prices below 72s, we could be looking at a bounce back towards 73.80 to 74 the rest of the session. Again, we've got to continue to watch the previous session's low price, 72.20. If price can get back above that zone, you start to see a continuation back up. Any failure to reclaim or reestablish acceptance above the previous lows continues to dribble this thing a little bit lower for signs of a test at the key range low. Again, that 70.76 is very important. You have this key range high, this key range low. We could theoretically drop into this zone as well for a bounce back up. But right now, keeping an eye on the previous session's low for early signs of rejection. Lastly, taking a look at gold futures here. Gold futures currently just around the flat line right now, up just a hair, actually down here from the open, after hours open. But you can see just barely here holding those gains from yesterday's range. A breakout from that narrow range to the upside stop run day. That means any pullback toward the previous session's midpoint could provide an opportunity to buy it back for a continuation higher. That's 18.18 is yesterday's mid. It could drop as low as that point and still be a continuation higher. Again, ever since this lower low failure right here, the market has done just enough to continue pushing higher. higher market structure, higher lows, upside break, everything's still flowing higher toward that 1863.80. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.